welcome to another round of book talks with Finkelstein Memorial Library. I'm Diane, and today we're going to talk about some young adult science fiction and fantasy novels. The book we're going to take a look at is A Song Below Water by Bethany C. Morris. Tavia and Effie are like sisters, and each of them have secrets. Tavia is a siren who must communicate through sign language, lest she cause inadvertent harm with her voice. Effie is recovering from a mysterious childhood trauma that turned her friends into stone. This novel uses magical realism to tell a story not so much about mermaids and magic as about racial injustice, as the girls face trouble when Tavia lets out her siren's voice during an altercation with the police. Choose this book if you love magical realism, mermaids, and social justice issues. Be on the lookout for its sequel, The Chorus Rises, coming this June. Next up is A Song of Wraiths and Ruin by Rosanne A. Brown. Princess Karina is desperate to resurrect her mother, but she needs the beating heart of a king to do it. Malik is desperate to get his kidnapped sister back, but to do it, he needs to murder a princess. When Karina decides to try and make Malik a king in order to use his heart to resurrect her mother, the teens are up against forces they must overcome together. This West African-inspired tale is the first book in a fantasy duology. A Song of Wraiths and Ruin is a great choice for fans of Ember in the Ashes, Throne of Glass, or Children of Blood and Bone. The next book we're going to take a look at is not technically a fantasy, but it is set in medieval Wales, so this is perfect for anyone who loves to read historical fiction set in medieval times. Ellen has been a prisoner of Owen ap Cadogan since his band invaded her home and murdered her whole family. Her clever lies have afforded her a certain level of protection so far, but when Owen captures the wife and children of his enemy as his prisoners, she must risk her tenuous safety to help them. Next up is The Mermaid, the Witch, and the Sea by Maggie Tokuda-Hall. When 15-year-old Lady Evelyn is sent on a 6-month voyage to her arranged marriage, she has no idea that her passenger ship, the Dove, is actually a slave ship. After befriending Florian, a young sailor on the Dove, leads to her discovering he is actually a pirate named Flora. This high-seas adventure fantasy romance tale is full of disguises and intrigue, and no one is who they seem to be. Choose this book if you enjoy stories about high-seas adventure and queer romance. The last book we're going to take a look at is Incendiary by Zoraida Cordova. This is the author of the Brooklyn Bruja trilogy, returns with an all-new fantasy world loosely reminiscent of medieval Spain. Renata was born with the ability to steal memories, making her a useful tool for the brutal king that exploits her magic for his benefit. After being rescued by the Whisperers, a band of rebels, she joins their fight. Renata has to face her past when the rebel leader, Des, is captured and taken prisoner, forcing her back to the palace to free him. If you enjoyed Graceling or Kingsbane, you may enjoy Incendiary. Okay, so that's our 5 science fiction and fantasy novels and 1 historical fiction thrown in for good measure. I hope you enjoyed this month's selection and swing by the library to check them out. Come see us!